තොනක විවිධ වඩිච්චිකිරි කියන්නේ දාත. විපරි දාතීද එච්චිකොලිය කය ඔත්ත කයන පුඩිච්චිකොලිය.
Assalamualaikum everyone. How are y'all children? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? So send messages to the co-host, right? I have joined through 2 devices. Therefore, send the messages like if you have any doubt while studying or whatever you wanted to clarify with me, send a message to the co-host. Okay? So we'll start. Ask your friends to join because this is one of the important lesson, right? This is an important lesson, that is unit 16 of grade 10, right? So make sure children you are sharing with your friends. Therefore, they also will be benefited out of this. Okay, right. So let me share the lesson plan, right? Let me share the lesson plan for the month of June. Right, this is a 1 month plan which I was doing for free, right? So let me share that. Give me a minute, guys. Give me a minute. Fill in the wrong PDF. Okay. So we'll start. Let me share the screen. Give me a minute, children. So till that, ask your friends to join. Therefore, they can be benefited out of this, right? I have taken the wrong PDF. Yes. Right. Now it's okay. Can you see the screen? I have shared. Can you see that? Yes. How about now? Yes? Alright. So we'll start, right? So as for the plan, we in the first week of this month, we completed the unit 3 of grade 10, right? And then we completed the quantification of element. Last week we did the chemical bonds. And for today, we will be doing the changes of matter lesson. We will be doing the lesson changes of matter. So this is the one of the important lesson when you take the grade 10 syllabus. Okay, for sure you will be getting question based on this lesson. So therefore, I included this lesson on the free paper class. Therefore, everyone can be benefited. Right. So this is the last week of the free paper class session. From next month onwards, if you are willing to join, you have to pay 750 for the paper class. Okay, if you are joining only paper class, you have to pay 750. If you are joining grade 11 theory class plus the paper class, you have to pay 1500. The theory class fee is 1000, right? So, this is the last week of the free class. And then on 30th, you will be having an exam on the above lessons. On the above 4 lessons, I will be keeping an exam. This is an open exam. Anyone can do this. I will send the time and details about the exam within tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Right? I will fix the date, time and everything, and I will be posting a message on the group. Right? So this is an open exam. Anyone can do this, right? This is why I'm doing is, children, in order to check your confidence level. Now, so far I have practiced you all to do all the questions from the above lessons except for chemical changes in matter. So today we will be doing that. All the other 3 lessons I have practiced the past paper and what are the important thing I have said you, and there is nothing to worry actually. Okay, you have practiced the past paper from 2016 to 23. Therefore, don't need to worry. So today we will be doing the changes in matter lesson. Therefore, on 30th, inshallah, you will be having an exam on the above lesson. Are you clear with that? So you can share with your friends also. It doesn't mean the people who join the class should do the exam, right? So anyone, I will be sharing the PDF. Within that time, you all can do it and resend me the paper. Therefore, I will correct and send you all the answer, right? Send your marks as well. So you can share with your friends. Coming 30th, the exam will be happening, inshallah, right? And then did you all get the tune for today's class? Did you all get it? Okay. Right. So we'll start. Right? We'll start. Let me stop sharing. Okay. So today we will be starting the unit 16 of grade 10, which is changes in matter. Right? Which is changes in matter. Now children, before we get into this lesson, let me tell the importance of this lesson. Right? When you take a past paper, okay, let it be any year, when you check, you will at least have 2 to 3 MCQ from this particular unit. Okay? From this particular unit, how many MCQs you will have? Minimum 2 to 3 MCQ you will have. And then when there is a chemistry structured essay question, okay, or else a essay question, this lesson, which is changes in matter, will be included in your question. So therefore, children, make sure that you're studying with a full focus. Imagine this is the last day that you're going to study this lesson in detail, right? So I will be teaching you all the theory in the first half of the class, and the second half of the class I will be discussing the questions relevant to this lesson, right? So make sure you are sitting and studying in a deep manner, right? So you have to do some calculations with me, so therefore you will understand in a better way, right? So we will study together. Make sure children, and then you all are being interactive. So when you be interactive, right, before I'm going to class, before I'm starting the lesson, I'm telling you this everything, therefore you will be all prepared for the class, right? So first of all, you should be interactive. You know, when you interact with someone while studying, you will be like, you will have a better understanding on what you're learning, right? So if you try questions, if you reply for my questions, therefore it will remain in your brain for a longer period. So therefore, children, make sure you all are being interactive in the class, right? So we'll start, right? The lesson is changes in matter, right? So before we go into the lesson, children, before we go into the lesson, you have certain things to memorize. You have certain things to memorize. That is, I have already told you in the previous class, the first thing is the periodic table. Okay, the first thing is a periodic table. Without the periodic table, don't trust yourself that you will be able to do a chemistry question, right? That is very important. Without that, I can tell you for sure that you won't be able to do a chemistry question. So make sure if you don't know the periodic table, write it and study it now, right? Within this 2.5 hours class, you're going to completely study that, right? So is anyone who doesn't know the periodic table, can you leave a message to me? So therefore I can help you out, children. So don't be nervous, don't be ashamed of telling this, it's okay. You're here to learn. That's not an issue. Anyone who doesn't know the periodic table? You people know. So I didn't get any messages saying that you all don't know, but I'm accepting that you all know that, right? So because I didn't get any messages saying that I doesn't know, right? So once again, I have told you, when you are coming for the past paper class, you should have a notebook in your hand, because all the notes, it is not attached in your tune. The main notes are attached. Other than that, you have so many things while I'm teaching, I will be letting you know. Therefore, you should maintain a notebook, right? I hope that you all are having a notebook in your hand. Therefore, you can write and study with me. So let me draw the periodic table once again for you, right? You also take a book, draw it. Even though you know the periodic table, it's okay, children. Take the book, write it again. So how many groups do you have in the periodic table? Can you all tell me? How many groups do we have in the periodic table? Unmute and speak, or else you can leave a message in the chat. Leave a message to the co-host. You all can unmute and speak, children. You don't have to feel nervous. You all are here to study, right? So, can you all tell me the first element? Anyone? Any volunteers who can tell? What's the first element? Very good. Hydrogen. Then helium. You all should write down. Take out the notebook. Write it with me. Right? Helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon, potassium, and calcium. So these are the 20 elements that you should know from your syllabus. These are the 20 elements that you should know from the syllabus. Then you are going to write the group number. You always should mention the group numbers in Roman numbers. Okay, you should mention in Roman numbers. Right? I hope that you all are writing. Don't just wait, children. Write it. Okay, this is for your own good. Right? Make sure you are following up my words. Right? And then you should know the valency. So the valency will flow like this. +1, +2, +3, +4 or -4. Then the negative charges. -3, -2, -1, 0. Okay. Anyone who doesn't know this, can you all please let me know, children? This is for your own good. If anyone doesn't know, let me know. Is anyone like that? Is anyone like that? No. Right. So this is one thing where you have to know in order to answer a chemistry question. The second thing, as I always tell you, the polyatomic ions. What is that, children? The polyatomic ion. I have told you to memorize 6 main polyatomic ions. Can anyone tell me? Can anyone tell me? Is it a periodic table, dear? Do you want me to repeat the periodic table? Okay, so in the periodic table, you have to know the 20 elements. Okay, it is up to you. You have to memorize it. Somewhat you have to memorize it. And then you have to know the group number. So each column, you have 8 columns. Those columns, you call it as a group. You have 8 groups in the periodic table and 4 rows. You have 4 rows. So the rows, you call it as a period. So you call these as a periods. Right? These you call it as the group. Okay. So you have to know that. And then the valency. So valency you should know when you are doing a chemical formula. Right. So it goes, the group 1 will have the +1 as the valency. Group 2 will have the +2 as their valency. Group 3 will have +3. Group 4 will have +4 or -4. From there you will go to the negative side. Negative charges. Group 5 will have -3, Group 6 -2, Group 7 -1, and the Group 8 will have 0. Right? So this is the periodic table you have to know. So whenever you get a paper, whenever you are doing a paper or you get a school paper or term paper, whatever it is, make sure you are writing the periodic table on a rough paper. That will save a lot of your time. It will save so much of your time. So make sure when you're doing the paper, right, before you start the paper, take a rough paper, draw the periodic table, right, with the valency, group number and the period number. Everything should be written like this, whatever I have written now, and with the atomic number. Write the atomic number for each element, right? Okay. So the polyatomic ion, I have told you to memorize the 6 main polyatomic ion, right? So if anyone doesn't know, take out the rough book, okay, take out the notebook and write it. The first one, ammonium. I'm completely repeating this for the last 3 classes, right? So make sure you are following up. Okay, ammonium, NH4 plus, right? That is ammonium. Then you have hydroxide. Okay, you have hydroxide. That is OH minus. Children, if you all have any doubt while studying, please leave a message to the co-host. Because I might not see the messages when you send it to the host, right? So make sure you are sending it to the co-host, right? And then you have nitrate. And then you have the nitrate. That is NO3 minus. Then sulfate. Okay, you have sulfate. That is SO4 2 minus. Then you have carbonate. Carbonate is CO3 2 minus. Then you have for the last, that is phosphate. That is phosphate, right? Phosphate is PO4 3 minus, right? So these are the main 6 polyatomic ion which you have to know. If anyone doesn't know this, can you please take a screenshot or can you please write it on the notebook? Anyways, you have to write this now. Okay, write it. Children, please don't just stay like watching the screen itself. You all have to work. Okay. So this is a perfect time to start studying for the 2025 O-level batch. I think you have already should be starting. You have already started to study, right? Don't stay till the last moment, right? So who are the 2025 batch here? Can you all please raise your hand? Can you all please raise your hand, children? The 2025 O-level batch. 2025 O-level batch children, can you all please raise your hand? Yes. So, have you all started to study? Have you all started to study? Send me in the chat. Have you all started? Yes. Great. Great. Okay. That's good. But if you all haven't started, please start studying, right? Don't think that you will be able to study in the last moment. When you have 1 month before the exam, don't think that you will be able to do. So please start it now, right? So these are the 2 things that I have already told you to memorize. Okay, these are the 2 things that I have already told you to memorize. But today, let me tell you a new thing that you are supposed to memorize. That is the reactivity series. What is that, children? That is the reactivity series. So there is a series of elements. Okay, there is a series of elements. You should know the correct order of that element. You should know the correct order of the series. With that means you have to memorize them. Let me tell you. It starts with, okay, it will start with, give me a minute. Potassium. It will start with potassium. Then you have sodium, magnesium, sodium, calcium. Okay, you have calcium. Then you have magnesium, aluminium, right? Aluminium, zinc, iron, tin, lead, hydrogen, copper, mercury, silver, platinum, gold, right? So these elements, right? This order of this element you have to memorize, right? So these are new words, okay? Zinc, iron, this is tin, this is lead, this is copper, this is mercury, this is silver, platinum, and gold, right? So, children, let me give you 2 minutes. Can you please memorize this? Can you please write it on the notebook and memorize this order? This is very important for today's class. Can you please do it? It starts from potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, tin, lead, hydrogen, copper, mercury, silver, platinum, gold. Right? Repeat it 3 to 4 times. Automatically you will be memorized. Can you all please do it, children? Write it on the notebook. As I have told you to maintain a notebook, I hope that you all are doing it. Yes, dear, from next month it is the paid session, right? So if you are joining only for the paper class, you have to pay 750 rupees, right? If you are joining the grade 11 theory class as well as the paper class, you have to pay 1,500. 1,000 for the theory class and 500 for the paper class, not 750, that is 500 for the paper class. If you are joining the grade 10 theory class plus the you're joining the grade 10, 11 theory plus the past paper class, you have to pay 2,500 in total, right? Yes, you have to make the payment through the website, right? If you all want any assistance, leave a message. I will send the admin's number. You can contact him and ask for any assistance, right? Yeah, for the grade 10 students, if you are willing to join the past paper class, now this is a complete idea for the grade 11, right? Not for the grade 10. But if you wanted to do the paper, like you have to have a knowledge on how the paper structure and everything, you can join for the coming 2 months. So within the coming 2 months, I will be completing the entire grade 10 syllabus. And then I will be studying the grade 11. This is the plan for the grade 11 or for 2025 O-level batch. If any 2026 O-level batch wanted to join the paper class, then you can join for the coming 2 months, that is July and August. Within August, inshallah, I will be completing the entire grade 10 syllabus, right? So if anyone wanted to join, then you can make the payment for the coming 2 months, and then you can drop out from the theory, from the past paper class, right? So are you all done, children? Have you all memorized it? Have you all memorized it? Who have memorized? Can you please raise your hand, children? I'm saying to memorize now itself. This is only for your own good. I'm not going to get anything out of it. You all are the one who's going to be benefited, right? Very good, Sarah. Very good, Umar. Who else? Very good, Hajara. Very good, Zainab. Who else? Come on, children. You all have to memorize. Ahmad, have you memorized it, dear? Right. Very good. Very good. Okay. Okay, Ahmad. Right. So, great. So, I hope that you will remember this till the end of your O-level. Right? So, once again, can you all repeat it yourself without seeing your book or the board? Can you all please repeat it yourself? Close your eyes. Tell the order to yourself. If you all want, you all can unmute and tell as well.
Potassium, potassium, sodium, magnesium, aluminum, zinc, iron, silicon,
Iron. After that, iron, tin. Come on, Umar. Tell. After that,
plumbum,
no. Right.
sorry,
Did you
sorry.
answer it yourself? Come on, Umar. Tell.
It's lead, sorry.
Yeah. So lead. After that, complete it.
Hydrogen,
Very good.
copper,
Very good.
mercury, silver,
Very,
platinum, aurum.
no. Gold.
Gold.
Okay. Okay. So good try. I'm really happy that Umar unmuted and told. Very good, dear. Right. So I hope that everyone has memorized this. Right. Now, when you talk about the reactivity series, children, this is been arranged according to their reactivity. Right. The reactivity series is arranged according to what? According to the reactivity of the element. That means the elements above in the reactivity series will react quickly. The element below will not easily react. Right? Now, when you take sodium, sodium is an element which reacts quickly. Right? Which has a high reactivity. Do you all know that? Have you all learned in the grade 10 lesson 3, structure of matter? So in that, they say that sodium is one of the element which reacts highly. So when you take gold, normally children, when you take gold, if it is getting rusted, some elements should be reacted with oxygen gas. Some elements should be reacted with oxygen in order to rust. Do you see gold quickly rust? That means the color of the gold, is it quickly, will it change? Will it change quickly? Will the color of gold change quickly? Yes or no? No. It is like very rarely we see that the color of the gold change. Okay, it does not undergo rusting. Therefore, what can you tell? If the element has not reacted with oxygen, it will remain as the same. Right? Therefore, you can tell that gold is they are very low reactive. They are very low reactive. Therefore, they don't undergo rusting or they don't react with any other elements. So, you see that the elements above in the reactivity series will react quickly, while the element below in the reactivity series will not react quickly. Did you all understand that part? Did you all understand? Okay. So, when you take the elements above in the reactivity series, you find them in compounds. You find them in the form of compounds. Now, how do you find sodium in nature? How do you find sodium in nature? As sodium chloride, the common salt where we use at home. So normally sodium is found in the compound, the form of compound, that is sodium chloride, magnesium chloride. So there are compounds like this. From this you extract the element, right? So what is the idea is the elements above in the reactivity series are found in compound. They are found in compound. Did you all understand, children? Yes? Please? Yeah, okay. So make sure you all are interactive with me. Therefore, I can understand whether you all are clear or not. Because children, this is one of the most important lesson. So therefore, I'm like very forcing you to study this lesson because that this lesson is that important. Trust me. Okay, right. So then you have to know their extracting method. Okay, then what you have to know? You have to know the extracting method of these elements. Okay, the extracting method of these elements. Right? From potassium. Right? From potassium to aluminium, the extracting method, you call it as the electrolysis method. What is that method, children? Electrolysis method. You should know this. You all have to memorize this part, right? From potassium to aluminium, the extraction method is electrolysis, right? Zinc. Okay, this element will undergo both electrolysis as well as reduction method. Okay, reduction is one of the extracting method, right? So zinc can undergo both electrolysis method as well as reduction method, right? From iron to lead. From iron to lead, it undergoes reduction method. From iron to lead, it undergoes reduction method, right? Hydrogen does not undergo anything. Okay, hydrogen will not be reacting, right? Therefore, from copper to gold, right? From copper to gold, either physical method or some other chemical method. They don't easily react, no? So therefore, it can be a physical method or other chemical method, right? Other chemical method, right? So let me revise it once again. When you take the reactivity series from potassium to aluminium, the reaction, the extraction method is electrolysis. Zinc will undergo both electrolysis and reduction method. From iron to lead will undergo reduction method. From copper to gold will undergo physical method or other chemical method. Did you all understand, children? Did you all understand? So can you all please write it on the book? Can you all please write it? Make it fast while I'm teaching itself, write it. Right? All right. So I hope that you all have written this, right? So next we have to talk about when the elements in the reactivity series, if they react with oxygen, what is their chemical formula, right? What is their chemical formula? For now, let me write it on the corner of the board. Let me write it on the corner of the board, right? Let me write the reactivity series on the corner of the book. Can anyone unmute and tell the reactivity series now? You all have memorized it? Anyone?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Potassium.
can you tell? Potassium, very good. Next.
Sodium.
Very good.
Potassium.
Very good.
Sodium.
Sodium and then?
Calcium.
Calcium. Then
Magnesium.
Then?
Aluminium.
Aluminium. Aluminium. Then? What's after aluminium?
Zinc.
Zinc.
Iron.
Then? Iron.
Iron. Tin.
Then?
Tin.
Tin. Then?
Lead.
Very good. Then?
Hydrogen.
Very good.
Mercury.
Hydrogen.
Sorry.
Copper. Then?
Mercury.
Mercury. Very good.
Silver.
Mercury. Silver. Okay.
Platinum.
Platinum.
Full.
Very good. Right? So when you take the elements from the reactivity series and if they react with oxygen gas, let's see what are the product of this chemical reaction. Okay? Let's see what are the product of the chemical reaction. So remember children, from potassium to magnesium, the element will react from potassium to magnesium will quickly react with oxygen gas. Right? So, from aluminium to calcium. Okay? From aluminium to calcium, not calcium, copper. Right? From aluminium to copper, you have to give a high temperature to react with oxygen gas. You have to supply a high temperature to react with oxygen gas. From mercury to gold, they will not react with oxygen gas. Did you all understand? From potassium to magnesium, they will quickly react with oxygen. From aluminium to copper, where you have to supply a high temperature to react with oxygen. Right? From mercury to gold, you have it will not react with oxygen. Did you all understand? Yes. Okay. So now children, you have to write this on your book, right? Whatever I'm writing on the board, make sure that you are writing that on your book. So later when you are studying, you will be having a deep idea on this lesson, right? Now let's make equation. Okay? Okay, now the first one, sodium plus oxygen gas, right? Sodium with oxygen gas. Let's make the equation for sodium plus oxygen gas, right? So, what is the now when you wanted to make a chemical formula or a chemical equation, you should know the valency of the element, right? Right? So, what is the valency of sodium? You all have to know this when you know the periodic table. Come on, I need everyone's answer. Can you all leave a message on the chat? Everyone.
1.
Very good. So, sodium has a valency of +1. You have to mention the sign. Is it plus or minus? Then you have oxygen. It is -2. The valency of oxygen is -2. Then what you do? You erase the sign in front. Later you interchange the valency. That means sodium will get the valency of oxygen. Oxygen will get the valency of sodium. That means Na2O1. Generally, you don't write 1 in a chemical formula or a chemical equation. Therefore, you will get the product as Na2O. Okay, Na2O. Did you understand? Everyone? Okay. Now, children, if you have written this, is it enough? No. You have to balance the equation. It is not about your writing only the product, right? It is not enough if you write only the product. You should know to balance the equation. Right? To balance the equation, the element on the right hand side. Okay? The right hand side element should be equal to the left hand side element. Now this is the right hand side element. It should be equal to this side. If you have sodium 1 in the right hand side, you should have sodium 1 in the left hand side. Did you get the idea? Right. Now let's take oxygen here. How many oxygen are there? How many oxygens are there? How many oxygens are there? Leave a message in the chat. I want everyone to be interactive. Come on, children. Yeah, 2 oxygen. Therefore, on this side, you should have 2. Remember, when you have a product, right? When you have a product, you can't write numbers in between. That means when you have sodium like this, when you have this compound, you can't add 2 here, right? You can't add 2 here. Either you have to add it front of the product. That means Na2O. This is what you got now. To balance this, you add 2 here, right? You add 2 here. That means this 2 is common for sodium as well as oxygen. You can't write in between. You can't do that, right? Then what do? You add the 2 here. You add the 2 here. Now you see here, you know that this 2 is common for sodium as well as oxygen. No? Then 2 and 2. You have 2 and 2 sodium. What is 2 into 2? 4. That means you have 4 sodium atoms in the left hand side. Similarly, you should have it in the right hand side also. No? You should add a 4 here. Now see, you have 4 sodium this side. Do you have 4 sodium this side? Yes. Then sodium balance. You have 2 oxygen here. Then you have 2 oxygen here. Is it balanced? Yes. So this is how you balance the equation. Did you all understand? So Ahmed, which part you didn't understand here? Is it the chemical formula or the balancing part? Which part? Chemical formula. Right. So listen here, darling. Now when you have, they will give you the reactants. Then you should know the valency of the elements. You should know the valency of the element. Right? If I draw the periodic table here. Hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon, potassium and calcium. So this is +1, +2, +3, +4 or -4, -3, -2, -1, 0. Right? This is the valence. So this is why I told you at the beginning itself, you should know the periodic table. Without knowing the valency, will you be able to solve this? No. So therefore, this is very important. Right? Now when you see sodium, where is sodium? It is here. What is the valency of sodium? +1. Then you take oxygen. Where is oxygen? Here. Right? You see here. What is the valency of oxygen? -2. Then what you do? You erase the sign. You erase the charges. Then you have only the numbers. No, you interchange the numbers. That means sodium will get the valency of oxygen. Oxygen will get the valency of sodium. That means Na2O1. You don't write 1 in a chemical formula or a chemical equation. Therefore, you will get this as the product. Right? When you get this as the product, you should balance this. Right? I told you how to balance. Did you all understand now? Right. So let's move to another one. Okay. When you are keeping in practice, you will automatically start to learn. Right. Let's do another one. Okay. You have calcium and oxygen. Calcium is going to react with oxygen. Right. Calcium is going to react with oxygen. Right. Now tell me, what is the valency of calcium? Everyone leave a message in the chat. Don't unmute and tell. Leave a message. I just wanted to check. Everyone leave a message saying the valency of calcium. Very good, Hajara. Very good, Zainab. Very good, Ahmad. Very good, Umar. Yes. So that is +2. You have to mention the charge. Is it plus or minus? Then what is the valency of oxygen? Send a message in the chat. Everyone. What is the valency of oxygen? Check. Check and tell me soon. Very good. That is minus 2. That is minus 2. Right? Then you have sodium and oxygen. Plus 2, minus 2. Then what do? You erase the sign in front. You erase the sign in front. Then you interchange the value. So, calcium will get the valency of oxygen. Oxygen will get the valency of calcium. When you have same number, you cancel it. You don't write it. You cancel it. Right? You cancel the number. Therefore, this 2 and this 2 will get simplified. Therefore, you will get the product as CaO. Did you all understand? Right? Then what are you supposed to do? You have to balance. What are you supposed to do? You have to balance. Now, how many oxygens do you have in this side? How many oxygens are here? 2. Then in the left hand side also you should have 2. You add 2 here. You can't add numbers in between a product. You have to add it before the product, right? Then 2 should be here, right? Then 2 oxygen balance. Then here you have 2 calcium. Do you have 2 calcium here? No. You add a 2 in front. Therefore, this equation is balanced. Did you all understand? Did you all understand? Any doubt? Any doubt? Quickly reply, children. Therefore, I can move to the next part. Yes. Great. Great. Okay. Right. Okay. So, now it's for y'all. Y'all have to do it. Right? Let's take aluminium reacting with oxygen gas. Can you all do this for me? Can you all try this question? Similar method. Write the product and balance it. Write the product and balance it and send your final answer. Right? Send your final answer. Everyone has to do this, huh? Everyone do it. This is for your own good. I am repeating again. Do it. Children, I just wanted to tell you all, in this coming 30th of June, there is an open exam on grade 10 units. Okay, that is unit number 3, 7, 10 and 16. So that is a 1-month paper class lesson, right? So it is on 30th. Anyone can do this paper. I will be sending you the paper on a particular time. You have to complete it, right? And then you have to resend me the paper. Therefore, I will correct the paper and give you the marks, right? This is an open exam. You can share with your friends. I will send a message on the group. You can share that with your friends, right? And this will continue every month. If you are joining, every month you will be having an exam on that particular unit. Whatever the unit were discussed, you will have an exam on that, right? So inform your friends that the exam is happening. Make sure to be prepared, right? Are you all done? Shall we discuss? Shall we discuss? All right. Look here. Look here, everyone. So aluminium. What is the charge on aluminium? What is the valency of aluminium? Everyone reply. What is the charge on aluminium, children? +3. Very good. That is +3. Right? That is +3. Okay. Then oxygen. What is the charge on oxygen, children? What is the charge on oxygen? -2. Right? Then what do? You erase the sign in front. Then you interchange the valency. That means aluminium will get the valency of oxygen. Oxygen will get the valency of aluminium. Therefore, you will get this product. You write the product. Right? Did you all get the product as this? Did you all get this product? Very good, Zainab. Right? So then later you balance them. Now you have to balance them. How many oxygen do you have here? How many oxygens do you have here? You have 2. But you have 3 here. Right? What can you do? What are you supposed to do is, children, you multiply both the side with somewhat number. Therefore, both will be get equal. Now, when you have 2 here, 3 here. Right? How can you make a common number here? If you multiply this 2 by 3 and you multiply this 3 by 2, you will get both the sides 6, no? Right? Then what you do? You add that number. Here you multiply with 3. Okay, you multiply here with 3 and you multiply here with 2. Therefore, 3 into 2 you will get 6. 3 into 2 you will get 6. Did you all understand? Did you all understand how to balance? Okay. Then you have how many aluminium on this side? 2 into 2 you have 4 aluminium. Here you have nothing. You have 1 aluminium, right? Then you add a 4 in front. Therefore, the equation is balanced. Did you all get this final answer? Did you all get the final answer? Everyone? Very good. Good try. Very good. Right? So, this is how children make sure whenever they ask you to write a chemical equation, make sure you give the balanced one. If you don't balance it, you will not get, your marks will be deducted. Okay? Your marks will be deducted. Therefore, make sure you are writing the balanced equation. Right. So, we'll move to the next part. Okay, this is how if they react with oxygen, the element in the reactivity series, if they react with oxygen, this is how they will form. Potassium to magnesium, they will quickly react, right? While aluminium to copper, they will react in a high temperature. From mercury to gold, they will not react with oxygen. Did you all understand? Right. So we'll move to water. Now we learned if they react with oxygen, how will they react? Right now let's talk about the water. Okay, let's talk about the water. So if they react, okay, potassium to calcium, okay, potassium to calcium will react with cold water. Okay, they will react with what? Cold water. Right? They will react with cold water. Magnesium will react with hot water or steam. Okay, they will react with hot water or steam. Right, water vapor. They will react with that. Then from aluminium to lead. Okay, from aluminium to lead, they will react with steam water. They will react with what? Steam water. Water gas. They will react with water gas. Then from hydrogen to gold, they will not react with water. Right? Did you all understand? Did you all understand? Great. Right? Now, if they react with water, let's take potassium. Let's take the element potassium. Okay? You have potassium reacting with water. Right? What is the product? Now you know water is a molecule. What is a molecule? Where they have 2 or more similar or dissimilar atoms. When this water molecule break into 2, they will come up with H plus ion and OH minus ion. Right? They will come with H plus ion and OH minus ion. Now you have potassium. What is the valency on potassium? What is the valency of potassium? Everyone leave a message in the chat. Leave a message on the chat. Yes. Potassium you have +1. Plus will always go with minus. Therefore, potassium and hydroxide will form a bond. Potassium and hydroxide. So the valency of potassium is +1. Hydroxide is a polyatomic ion which I told you to memorize. Can you all remember the 6 main polyatomic ion which I told? This is why it is important to study. Okay, this is why it is important to study. Right? That is -1. Then you erase the sign in front. Then you interchange the valency. Therefore, potassium 1, OH1. Do you write 1 in a chemical formula or a chemical equation? Do you write 1? Yes or no? Do you write 1? No, you don't write 1 in a chemical formula. Then you will get KOH. Right? Then you see one hydrogen ion is remaining. You see this hydrogen ion is remaining. There is no hydrogen ion or an atom. Right? They combine with another hydrogen atom and they form a hydrogen molecule. H2 gas. Hydrogen 1 and 1 will form together and form H2 gas. Right? So this is the equation. Did you understand how to form the equation? Did you understand? Any doubt here? Great. Right now let me show you how to balance. Let me show you how to balance. Now, how many hydrogen do you have in this side? How many hydrogen? You have 3 hydrogen. Here 2 hydrogen, 1 hydrogen here. You have in total 3 hydrogen. How many hydrogen do you have here? 2 hydrogen. How do you make it equal? You multiply with a number which brings the same number. So in this side you multiply by 3 and this side you multiply by 2. Right? Then you add 2 in front. You add a 2 in front. Okay? And you add a 3 here. Right? You add a 3 here. Then how many oxygens are there in this side? You have 3 oxygen. You have 3 oxygen. How many oxygen do you have in this side? How many? Two. You have 2 oxygen in this side. How do you make it simple? Wait, give me a minute. Here you have 3. Here you have 2. Right? Then 3 and 2 will bring 6. Here you will add a 2. Right? Here you add 2. Then 2 and 2 is equal. Then you have 2 potassium here. Then you add a 2 in front. Right? Did you understand? Yes? Alright. Okay. So then let's move with the next one. Now I told you how they react with water. Now you know how they react with water. Then we will be talking about how they react with acids. Now when you talk about acid, there are 2 types of acid. That is concentrated acid and diluted acid. You have concentrated acid. Okay, you have concentrated acid and diluted acid. So concentrated acid means concentrated acid means where you have high amount of acid. Okay, you have high amount of acid and less amount of water. That you call it as a concentrated acid. Diluted acid means where you have less amount of acid and you have a high amount of water. Right? Write somewhere in Keep Children. Like as I told you, whatever I scribble on the board, make sure it is on your writing book. Right? It is on your notebook. So therefore, when you are revising, you will be able to quickly capture things, right? So when you talk about this, they will react. Now from potassium to lead, from potassium to lead, they will react with the dilute acid. They will react with dilute acid. The remaining will not react with dilute acid. But concentrated acid means from potassium to gold, they will react with concentrated acid. Right? Write this and give. They might ask you for the MCQ. There are question posted like relevant to these things. That's what I am teaching in the revision class, the past paper class, or else I won't be teaching that in the past paper class unless I teach in the theory class, right? So they will react. All element in the reactivity series will react with the concentrated acid, but from potassium to lead, only dilute acid will react. The remaining element will not react with the dilute acid. Did you all understand? Did you all understand? Yes, I need everyone to react. Come on, children, you all have to be interactive, right? Okay. So the next part. Now, a question relevant to acid. When magnesium react with HCl, that is an acid, right? Let's do this. Okay, let's do this together, right? Magnesium. What is the valency of magnesium, children? +2. The valency of magnesium is +2. Very good. Right? And when you have HCl, which is hydrochloric acid, it is a compound. When you break this compound, they will come up with H plus ion, Cl minus ion. You know, plus will always go with minus. Plus will always go with minus. Therefore, magnesium and chlorine will make up a bond. Magnesium +2, chlorine, what's the valency on chlorine? -1. You forget about the sign, then you interchange the value. Therefore, you will get MgCl2. You don't write 1. Therefore, you will get MgCl2. Right? Then you see here, hydrogen ion is present. So, do you find hydrogen atom in nature? Do you find hydrogen atom in nature? No, there is no hydrogen. There is only H2. Hydrogen gas, where two hydrogen atoms are combined together. Okay, where two hydrogen atoms are combined together. Then they will have a hydrogen gas. So, how do you balance this? Here you have 2 chlorine, here you have only 1 chlorine. Right? Then what you do? You add a 2 in front. Then you have 2 hydrogen here, you have 2 hydrogen here, that is balanced. Here you have one magnesium, here 1 magnesium, that is also balanced. So did you understand how to balance this? Did you understand? Any doubt, children, in balancing and writing the chemical equation? Right. So next, children, let me tell you, when you have a balanced equation, right, they have given you a balanced equation. When there is a balanced equation, you can't compare the mass, right? When you have a balanced equation, what you can't do? You can't compare the mass. Okay, you can't compare the mass. Okay, you can't compare the mass of the element, but you can compare the moles. Okay, I'll explain you in detail, but understand the concept first, right? You can compare the moles. That means if you have 1 mole this side, you can have the 1 mole in the other side. You can compare the moles, you can't compare the mass, right? Now let me tell you. Let me take a balanced equation, right? Let me take a balanced equation. Right, when this react, you will get 2O3 and they will liberate H2. Then if you wanted to balance, you will have 3 and we will have 2. Right? So this is a balanced equation. Are you clear with that? Give me a minute. Let me wipe my camera. I think it is blurred. Right. Hope now it is better. Right? So, can you see the corner part? Okay. Right. So now this is a balanced equation. The number before the element, that is the number of moles present in this element. That is the number of moles present in this element. Then, how many moles of aluminium are there here? How many moles of aluminium? Come on, reply quickly. Very good. You have 2 moles of aluminium, right? Then how many moles of water? How many moles of water? Come on, quickly, quickly. 3 moles. You have 3 moles of water. Here, if you don't have anything before the element, that means you have 1. Okay, you have 1. Then 1 mole of aluminium oxide, right? Then you have 3 moles of hydrogen, right? Then how do you read this? 2 moles of aluminium reacts with 3 moles of water to produce 1 mole of aluminium oxide and to liberate 3 moles of hydrogen gas. That is how you read, right? You don't need that, but I'm telling you, okay? Now, if they give you a question, that is 27 gram of aluminium, 27 gram of aluminium, right? Find the number of moles of hydrogen gas liberated. Okay, find the number of moles that hydrogen gas is liberated, right? So you will get the molar mass. You will get the molar mass. Aluminium equals 27 gram mole per. Okay, gram per mole. You will get this value, right? Do you know the equation to find the number of moles, which we learned in the 7th lesson? If anyone was there for my past paper class a week before, can you all tell me, dear? Was anyone there? I can't remember actually who was there. Anyone who knows the equation to find the number of moles? One of the famous equation that you have to memorize. You have to know. That is number of moles equal mass over molar mass. Now, can you compare this 27 gram with hydrogen gas? No, you can't. Because you can't compare the mass. You can compare only the moles, right? Then you have to find the number of moles that is present in this 27 gram, right? Now they gave you the mass, that is 27, right? They gave you the mass as 27 gram. And the molar mass is also 27 gram per mole. 27 gram per mole, right? 27 and 27, you have 1 gram and gram cut. You have 1 mole. Then there is 1 mole in this 27 gram. Now you can compare. You are going to compare what? Aluminium with hydrogen gas. Initially, when 2 mole of aluminium was there, how many moles of hydrogen gas was liberated, children? Come on, reply everyone. When there was 2 mole of aluminium, how many moles of hydrogen gas was liberated? 3. Very good. Then 2 is to 3. Now, they are asking you if 1 mole of aluminium is there. If there are 1 mole of aluminium, what is the number of moles that is liberated here? Right? Now what you do? You cross multiply. 3 divided by, okay, you have 3 and 2x. You divide both the side by 2. Then 1 will be equal to, let me write it here. 1 will be equal to 3 divided by 2, that is 1.5. 3 divided by 2 is 1.5. Therefore, this X, that means H2 gas, will release 1.5 mole of hydrogen. Okay, this will release 1.5 mole. Did you understand how this equation works? They will give you the mass. They will give you the molar mass. You have to substitute to this equation, right? Then you have to compare them. You are going to compare the initial and the later. Therefore, then you cross multiply and then you get the value. Did anyone understand? Have any doubt? Please ask me now. If you have any doubt in this part, can you please tell? Very good. If you all understood, great. Right. Then now it is for you. Okay. Now it is for you. When you have, right? Can you please do this question? Sometimes class might extend after 9:30, right? Because this is an important lesson where I really wanted to teach this, right? That's what I thought of doing. 3 carbon monoxide plus, right? 3 carbon monoxide plus 3 will react 3 carbon with F2. Okay. So this is the balanced equation. This is the balanced equation. Question is, if there are 56 grams of the question, how do you question? Okay. So if 56 gram of iron reacts, and what is the number of moles that is present when they come up with Fe2, right? When they come up with Fe, oh, here should be an O, right? FeO, Fe2O, right? What is the number of moles? The molar mass is 56 gram. Molar mass is 56 gram, right? So can you all find the answer, please? Yeah, dear, I will send the recording on the group. It's okay. Okay. So, shall we do it together so we can do it quickly, right? So look, you have 3 moles here. You have 1 mole, right? You have 3 mole and you have 2 mole. Hope you understood that, right? Then they are asking iron and Fe2O. Okay, you are going to compare these two, right? First, you have to find the number of moles that is present in iron. Then you have to use this equation. 56 gram divided by 56 gram per mole. 56 gram per mole. 56 and 56 is 1. Gram and gram you cancel off. That is 1 mole. Right? Now you are going to compare Fe and Fe2O. Right? Fe and Fe2O. Right? Initially, you had how many moles of iron? Initially, you had 2 moles of iron. Here. Initially, you had 2 moles of iron. Later, then you had 1 mole of iron oxide. 1 mole of iron oxide. Right? Then here you have 1 mole of iron and they are asking how many they have used. You interchange, you cross multiply, not interchange, you cross multiply. Then 2x divided by 1. Right? 2x divided by both the sides. Then x is equal 0.5. So 0.5 mole of Fe2O3 has been used. Did you all understand? Did you all understand? Yes. Can you all please reply, children? Did you all understand? Great. Okay. So this is how you use this equation. Then you have the chemical. Okay, then you have the chemical reactions. Then you have the chemical reactions. So there are 4 types of chemical reaction. How many types of chemical reactions are here? How many types? 4 types of chemical reaction. Okay, there are 4 types of chemical reaction. Right. So the first type is chemical combination reaction. What is that, children? Chemical combination reaction. Right. So here you will have, okay, in a chemical combination reaction, you will combine reactants to form a product. Okay. Now carbon plus oxygen will give you carbon dioxide. Right. The element which used to react, you call it as a reactant. You call it as a reactant. Which is processed by the reactants, you call it as the product. You call it as what? The product. Okay. Let me change my marker. Give me a minute. Okay. So that means A plus B will give you what? A, B. So this is chemical combination reaction. This will give you another product. This will give you a product. Did you understand what is chemical combination reaction? Yes? Okay. Then you have the second type, chemical decomposition reaction. What is that? Chemical decomposition reaction. Now composition you combine. Okay, composition you combine. Now here you decompose. That means you have one product. Okay, you have one product that will come up with 2 or more reactants. If you take calcium carbonate, okay, when you take calcium carbonate, this will come up with calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. Calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. Children, this is a very important equation, right? Somewhere write this and keep a star. You have to memorize this equation. Huh? You have one product. Okay, you see here is one that is breaking down into 2. Here you have 2 reactants that will come up with one product. Opposite of chemical combination reaction is chemical decomposition reaction. Do you all understand? Yes? Very good. Then you have the single displacement reaction. Okay, single displacement reaction. Single displacement reaction. Displacement reaction. That is, one element will replace with another element. Okay. Now here if you see magnesium with hydrochloric acid, you know that they will make magnesium chloride and they will liberate hydrogen gas. Now here see, initially this chlorine with this hydrogen. After they react, here you see this hydrogen place is replaced with magnesium. Here you see magnesium is there in the hydrogen's place. That you call it as single displacement reaction. That you call it as what? Single displacement reaction. Did you understand? Yes? Okay. So when they are replacing children, they should have the element above. They should have the element above the replaced element. Now hydrogen, when you take the reactivity series, magnesium is above hydrogen or below hydrogen, children? Is it above or below? Above. Okay, magnesium is above. Therefore, they can replace. What if is here copper? Can they do the replacement? No, they can't do that replacement because copper is below hydrogen in the reactivity series. Therefore, they can't replace. The element which is replacing should be above the element which was originally there. Okay? Which is originally there. Now, if I have the example that is zinc plus copper sulfate. Zinc plus copper sulfate will come up with zinc sulfate and they will leave here. Right? Now, when you check the reactivity series, now before that, initially sulfur was with copper. Later what happened? Zinc has taken the place of copper. What have done is they have replaced their position. While replacing, now copper, is zinc above copper or below copper? Is it above or below? It is above. Therefore, they can change. Therefore, they can replace their place. Did you all understand? They can replace their position. Did you all understand? Yes? Oh. The next one, the fourth type is double displacement reaction. What is that? Double displacement reaction. Double displacement reaction. That means both the things will be changing. When you have sodium hydroxide with hydrochloric acid, they will form sodium chloride and H2O. Okay, they will form sodium chloride and H2O. Now, sodium here was with hydroxide. Right? Here, hydrogen is with chlorine. When you look here, sodium is with chlorine. They have what? They have replaced the hydrogen place. Hydrogen position, they have replaced it with sodium, and sodium's position, hydrogen have taken. Did you all understand? Both, everything has changed, right? If AB is here, this is CD, what they have done is, they have formed AD and AC and BD, right? AC and BD, something like that. Did you all understand? Great, very good. So, that's all that you have to know. Now, when you take my tube, do you all have it, children? Let me share the questions for you all. Then you all can do it. Give me a minute. Right. Okay. So, can you all see the screen? Can you all see? Yes. Oh. So, here I have attached some short notes, right? I have attached some short notes for your easy purpose, right? Now here children, there are 3 gases in this lesson you all have to study, right? This is completely your memorization. You all have to memorize it, right? I have nothing to teach in that particular part, you all have to memorize. So in your textbook, there is a lengthier part. What I have done is, I have made it simple, right? I have made it simple for you. Right? I have made it in a shorter manner, therefore you can study it easily. Right? So it is about hydrogen, oxygen and carbon dioxide. So whatever the important parts I have made it, I have included it and I have made it. Right? Now, can you all refer the notes above, right? This part and do the question. Can you do the first question? Can you all please do the first question? Keep on doing, right? I will be discussing. Right, let's discuss together below because we don't have much time. Let's discuss together, right? The gas which is used to produce margarine from vegetable oil. Okay, the gas which is used to produce margarine from the vegetable oil. Is it carbon dioxide, oxygen, hydrogen gas, carbon dioxide, or nitrogen gas, right? Now when you go up, okay, here you find the uses. Okay, you find the uses. Can you all see something called uses of carbon dioxide? And then you will have for the oxygen as well. Here, for the oxygen, uses of O2. Can you all refer to that and tell me what is the answer for the first question? Can you all tell me, children? What is the answer for the first one? Here you see hydrogen gas used to produce margarine from the vegetable oil. So that is the exact question where they asked here. That is the exact question where they asked here. So which is the answer? Can you all leave a message in the chat? Can you all leave a message on the chat? Yes. So second one, which is hydrogen gas, is the answer. Did you all understand? Did you all understand? Children, make sure that you all are replying to my messages, right? If I ask you to send in the chat, you all have to send in the chat, right? So that is where I can see whether you all are being interactive with me, where do you all understand or not. So that is where I can understand, right? So the answer for the first question is hydrogen gas. Now children, if you notice something, right? These are the 2016 O-level paper, right? So as I told you, there will be a minimum of 2 MCQ from this particular lesson and the maximum will be 3. 2 to 3 MCQ from this particular lesson you will get in the MCQ itself. Then imagine how important this lesson is. So make sure you are not forgetting whatever you studied today. Because with that knowledge, I can ensure that you can do the MCQ. With the knowledge on today's class, you can do the MCQ. Okay? Right. We'll move to the next part. In which of the following instance does a chemical change occur? Right? In which state here? In which instant? So chemical formula here I have attached in the beginning of the tube, right? I have attached in the beginning of the tube. Physical changes, there are 2 types of changes in matter. One is physical and chemical. Physical changes where they will not give a new substance. Okay? They will not give a new substance. While the chemical change will give a new substance. Right? Now when you melt wax, the solid wax will be converted to liquid wax. The solid wax will be converted to liquid wax. Yeah, I will be sharing the recording maybe tomorrow. Right? So, but make sure you are in the class. Okay? So, what you can see here, the status of the thing has been changed from liquid, from solid to liquid. Right? They are not, new substance have been produced. They have not produced a new substance. So those kind of changes, you call it as the physical changes. Then you have something called chemical changes where they will form new substance. Right? So when you burn firewood, what will they form? They will form ashes and they are going to liberate gas. You see, they are forming something. They are forming new things. So that you call it as the chemical changes. So keeping that on idea, can you tell me what is the answer for the question? What is the answer? Leave a message on the chat, everyone. Which one can be the answer, children? Which one? Second one. Which of the following is, there's a chemical change. What is that? That's the second one. Did you all understand? Clear? Any doubt? That's the second one. So make sure children you all are writing the answer. Okay, don't just stay. Right? It is a waste of time actually. So if you are there for a class, if it is even a paid or a free class, make the utmost, utilize utmost from the class. Right? Even it is a free class, you can gain knowledge actually. Right? So can you do the 2017 one? 2017 question. Select the option in the table which is given the most suitable extraction method for each of the element potassium, calcium and zinc. Now I did it in the first part of the lesson, right? I did it the first part of the lesson. So potassium will undergo what method? Extraction method. Potassium, it is in the top. It will undergo electrolysis. Then calcium. Calcium will undergo what method? Electrolysis. Then you have the reduction for the lead. Lead will undergo the reduction method. Therefore, which of the following is the answer? Which of the following is the answer? Can you leave a message? Leave a message on the chat. Or you can unmute and tell. Anyways, it's fine. What is the answer? That is the fourth one. Very good. That's the fourth one. Very good. Right. Now here you see from 2017 also you are having 3 questions. As I told you, right? Minimum to maximum you will have 3 questions. Right. So this part you all have to refer the blast furnace. So in today's class I didn't do it because it will take some time. So this part you all have to study the chemical reaction and how it happens. You have to know, right? This is completely you have to memorize. Memorize this part, right? Then you can do the question. So for now let's skip it. Right. Now this question. Can you please do this and send me the answer, right? Neelam, Umar, Zainab. 3 of you all, can you please do this question and send the answer in the chat? This is what I taught you little while ago. Can you please do this question, dear? What is the answer? Make it fast. What is the answer? Right. Look here. Okay. We'll see, Umar. Is that the answer? Right. Consider the following chemical reaction. You have zinc sulfate which is reacting with X. X is a element or something, a chemical thing, right? Then after it has been reacted, this X has replaced the position of the zinc. This X has replaced the position of the zinc. Here you see with SO4 X is there. Initially zinc was there. And zinc has replaced the X position. Zinc has replaced the X position. Then which of the following elements could be X? You know that as I told you, if they should replace, if they are in a position where they have to replace, they should replace with the element above them in the reactivity series. Right? Then if you consider that, okay, when you consider that, let me draw it on the board. Right? Look, when I draw the reactivity series, that is starting from potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, tin, lead, hydrogen, copper, mercury, silver, platinum and gold. Right? Silver, platinum and gold. Now, zinc has replaced X value and they are asking for X. This zinc is there, no? The element which is going to replace zinc's position should be above zinc. The element which is replacing with zinc should be above zinc. Then the first option is iron. Is iron below zinc or above zinc? Is it below or above? Can you tell me, children? Is it below or above? Is it below or above? Children, please don't leave message to the host. I will not be seeing it, right? Is it below or above? It is below. You find iron below zinc. Therefore, zinc cannot be replaced with, iron cannot be replaced with zinc. Then you have aluminium. Aluminium is above. Okay, that has a chance. Then you have magnesium. Then you have copper. Exactly, obviously copper cannot be replaced. Now when you have magnesium and aluminium, both are above zinc. But which is in the most above, which is in the most above? That is magnesium. Therefore, zinc can be, that X can be magnesium. Did you all understand? Yes or no? Do you all understand? So which one is the answer? Umar, your answer is correct. That is the third one. Did you all understand? Any doubt? Please leave a message to the co-host. I might not see your messages when you send it to the host. Right? Okay. Next. Which of the following oxide cannot be take part in the extraction of metal? This is relevant to the blast furnace, right? This part. You all have to study this and do it, right? So I did not have time. I planned actually to do, but I did not have time, right? Therefore, I'm not doing it. So if you have any doubt while studying that, leave a message to me. I will help you out. Right. Can you all do this question, please? And I need your answer. Everyone has to send me the answer. Can you all please do it? Hydrogen sulfide react with sulfur dioxide. According to the following balanced equation, the amount of mole of sulfur dioxide that reacts with 1 mole of hydrogen is. What is that? What is that? Let's do it together, Willow. We'll see. Let's do it together. When you have two sulfur hydrogen sulfide reacting with what? Sulfur dioxide and forming 2 water molecule and plus 3 sulfur. Right? You here have 2 moles. Here you have 1 mole. 2 mole, 3 mole. Right? Did you all understand that part? Children, you all have to reply to my message. Okay, if I ask something, you all have to let me know. Right? Okay. So now they are asking the amount of mole that sulfur dioxide. Okay. You have sulfur dioxide when it reacts with 1 mole of hydrogen sulfide. When it reacts 1 mole of hydrogen sulfide. That means you are going to compare these two atoms. You are going to compare these two elements, right? Compounds, right? You have is to this, right? Then you have 1 initially, you have 2 initially, then they will react with 1 mole of sulfur dioxide. When you have 2 mole of hydrogen sulfide, they will react with 1 mole of sulfur dioxide. Now, if they have 1 mole, what will be the number of mole that they will react with sulfur dioxide? What is that answer? Which one is the answer? Can I please know the answer? How come, dear? Now, if you divide this 2x, right, you will have 2x. I hope that you can see the board. Can you? Wait, let me stop sharing for a moment, right? 2x, you have 2x and 1. Then, both the side you divide by 2. If you divide 1 by 2, what will be the answer? What will be the answer? 0.5. So 0.5 moles of sulfur dioxide will be reacted with what? Hydrogen sulfur. Did you understand? Very good. You all can see that part. Right. Did you all understand? Okay. Children, I am believing that you all are writing the answer. Huh? Okay, you all are doing it. Right. The next question. Let's see. Okay. So the answer is the first one. Did you all get it? Did you all understand how to do that? Because this type of a question is the most of the time you get this question. Most of the past paper you can find a question like this, right? Right. So can you all do the third one? Let me find another calculation part. Then it will be more easier. Right. Do the 2019, the first question which I have given here, because that is more like you need some time to understand and do it. So I think if you do this, you will have a better idea under my guidance now. So can you please do this, children? Given below is a balanced equation relating to the decomposition of potassium permanganate. Right? This is that equation. How much is the amount of mole of potassium permanganate that should be decomposed to produce 3 mole of oxygen? Right? Now, similarly, what you do here, you have to do that as well. Can you please do it and send me the answer in the chat? Can you please do it and send me the answer in the chat? Right, we'll do it below. We'll do it together itself. Potassium permanganate. You have 2 potassium permanganate. Right? They will leave out potassium manganate and manganese and oxygen. Right? Then what are they saying? Initially they have 2 mole of potassium permanganate, 1 mole of potassium manganate, manganese 1 mole and oxygen 1 mole. Now they are saying if how many moles that is needed to produce 3 mole of oxygen. Now you are going to compare this with oxygen. That is KMNO4 with oxygen gas. Initially 2, you have 2, they have 2 potassium permanganate, therefore they will produce 1 mole of oxygen. Now 3 mole of oxygen is being released. Okay, 3 mole of oxygen is being released. What is the number of potassium permanganate that is used to decompose, right? This is X. 1x 3 into 2, that is 6. Which one is the answer? Fourth one is the answer, right? Fourth one is the answer. Did you understand? Did you understand? Can I know your reply? Because this is very important part. So that's why I'm giving this type of a question, right? Did you all understand, children? Okay. Right. We'll move to the next part. Okay. So, okay, we'll do the third one below. Can you do this question which I have shared in the screen? Consider the following statement about the compounds carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide. Right? Carbon dioxide Okay, you have to say whether these statements are true about carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide. Can I know the answer, please? Can I know the answer, please? Right. A, they are acidic oxide. You know sulfur dioxide is acidic oxide as well as carbon dioxide is also an acidic oxide. Therefore, the first statement is correct. Therefore, the first statement is correct. Right? They exist as gas under room temperature. Yes, that is also correct. They are colorless. That is also correct. Therefore, the answer is the fourth one. Very good. Very good. You all have right. Right? Understood? Right. So the remaining question, do it as the homework, right? And you have some questions that I have attached below. These questions you have to try it. MCQ question and send the answer to my number. Children, this is for your own good. I am forcing you to do in a way that you people will work on it, right? So I just wanted to make sure that you all are trying the question. It is okay if you even get it wrong, but try it. Send the answers. That's why I'm telling you all to send the answers. Then I can guide you to the right one. Right? If it is wrong, I can tell why it is wrong and what should be the right one. Okay? Did you all understand? Zainab, did you understand? Yes? Okay. So make sure you're doing it and sending it. Nilam, did you understand, dear? I think you joined in the latter part of the class, right? Are you there? Can you reply to my message? Were you there in the beginning of the class? Okay. So make sure you are going to do the recording. So inform your friends that the 30th there is a free exam that everyone can try. Right? So that's all for today. Did you understand, Zainab? Did you understand? Do you have any doubt from today's class? No. Okay. So that's all for today. You can leave. Assalamualaikum. Take care. Bye. If you have any doubt, leave a message. I'll help you out. Nilam, do you have any doubt, dear? Do you have any doubt?